I make shit up, man.
Yeah,
Make sure you make it. Yeah.
I feel like an uncultured swine.
For example, I know I'm gonna sound like a hater. Okay, I'm a hater.
The medical team never showed up, so I'm just like, it's okay. It's great, Chana.
Please stop it.
I'm gonna pay my bank. I'm sorry, I'm calling the bank. I'm gonna pay with exposure and opportunity. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of COSSIP PODCAST.
Yeah.
I'm Mauru.
And I'm Yosuke. Today we have a very special guest, and it's actually someone that you guys have requested for. So we have drum roll. It's Hikarin.
It's Hikarin, bitch.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's Hikarin Bitch. Hikarin Bitch is a cosplayer from Canada, and she's now based in Singapore, and she has charmed many of her fans with her beautiful, beautiful smile. Smile. Okay, she's staring at me. I'm uncomfortable.
Hi, it's Hikarin, bitch.
Hikarin Bitch.
She said it in the most gentle way though. It's like, Hikarin, bitch.
It's Hikarin, bitch.
Today we're gonna find out more about Hikarin and what it takes to be a guest cosplayer. Yay! So Hikarin, I have a question for you.
Yes.
We know you have been cosplaying for like so long, right? How do you actually get your first like event invitation? Was it like you doing the outreach to the event? Or it was like, ooh, they slide into your DMs and you're like,
I think I just got fucking lucky.
ooh.
Yeah. It's almost like getting a real job in real life. Sorry, cosplay is a real job. I'm sorry. I meant as like normal job, right? You can't expect your employers to be reaching out to you all the time unless you're very well established in the industry. And I think nowadays it's important to reach out to the organizers, tell them exactly what you can offer them. But in my case, I was a dum-dum. I was like, I was very young and dum-dum. And I think I was just extremely lucky that I believe it was AFA Thailand that reached out to me, and that really kickstarted my career.
Wait, how long have you been cosplaying at that point?
Shit.
Like when AFA Thailand reached out to you?
I don't remember what year of AFA Thailand it was. Was it like 2018 or 17?
I think I saw you on the guest list
Yeah.
actually. It popped off after you cosplayed the Ovarino Sarah.
Oh
yeah.
I remember.
Mika.
Yeah.
Mika
It's
really-
like
and
your
Sambal
Mika.
Stars.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No, I remember I love your Mika so much.
Oh,
and then
thank you.
like after that I saw you were guesting at Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So
I think
that was the first event.
yes. So that Owarino Seraph cosplay of me as Mika really took off. It was like the first viral thing, I guess, that I was lucky enough to experience, and I think that got the attention of AFA Thailand, and I think that's how I got invited.
You started cosplaying at which year?
I don't remember which year, but
Early 2000?
I started cosplaying when I was 13. Like, as in just just going out there with friends. But professionally, I think I started around 19. Yeah.
So it's around the time where you got your first invite to a very big convention.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's really lucky because most of the time, like, I guess from more Southeast Asia perspective, usually in like regions here, we don't really reach out to conventions reach out to us. So it's like you either have to be like really famous or, you know, through word of mouth, organizers find out about you, then they invite you, right?
Exactly.
So in SEA, Southeast Asia, usually like when you get an invite, you always have to start small, but yours is like BAM! AFA!
Actually AFA is so big.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, I was
Because
very
it's one
fortunate.
of like the leading events here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you got the news? Like, were you like, were you like fangirling to like Kitsuri or someone?
I didn't even know them back then.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
I didn't know them back then.
So long
Shit.
ago.
Anger in her own room. She's
Yeah.
like,
I don't think I understood the gravity of the situation. I was living in Canada at the time. And literally it's just like, we're gonna fly you over to Thailand. Whoa. And I'm like, shit, I've never been to Thailand.
have you been to anywhere in the Southeast Asia countries
Like before you
Back
guessed
then?
it? Yeah.
I think probably just Singapore at that time.
Oh, it must be
Yeah.
like something really refreshing and new. It's like,
Oh, for
my
sure,
god, I
for
can
sure.
travel by cosplaying.
For sure, yeah. I was very scared. Actually, my mom didn't really trust me going to Thailand alone.
Oh.
And she was very nice to follow me there to Thailand. And there's a very awkward video on YouTube of my first time being on stage in AFA Thailand. I think it was something along the lines of I went on stage and I was like, "Hi everyone.
Oh.
Good morning. Oh, it's actually afternoon."
You say that?
I said that.
Amazing, I love
Gigi
it.
gave over.
I mean,
And I was like,
you broke the ice with them and people started laughing probably then.
no, they were very nice. Nobody laughed, but
that's awkward. You should have laughed.
but I was like, oh, my mom is here too. Hi, mom. That video is on YouTube somewhere.
That was like your baby era. That was like Hikarin's baby era, guys.
I would love to watch the video.
We all have our baby eras.
Yeah.
I love Yosuke's baby era.
Yeah, mine was so bad, but I'm like so open about it online. Everyone
Your
has seen.
kanda.
Yeah, everyone has seen my kanda.
Yes.
I don't know about Maru's baby era though.
Mine was
Was it free?
free.
I
I
think
think
that's the first time we
cosplayed
cosplayed.
green or something.
No.
Yeah.
Or was it Haru? I can't remember.
Because in our previous podcast, we were talking about how Maru started as an artist, and then afterwards she
Oh, I watched
decided
that.
to try.
I
Like,
watched that.
Yeah.
I know.
All the photos are gone, by the way.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can find it.
Oh no!
We'll
I
find
think
it.
my account might have because I've been using the same Facebook account, and I probably tagged
No.
you in photos.
Actually, I got to take photo with her in my baby era.
Ooh.
I don't think she remembered though.
Oh really? Okay.
I was
I think I
Yosuke
can't find it
fan.
anymore.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I was also a Hikarin fan.
Huh?
Ow.
Huh? The fuck?
I remember your Mika.
Oh.
Yeah. I was such a fan, guys. Like the way she started her week was so good. Like
yeah.
I legit used her as my reference
I
before.
feel like she was the
Shit.
embodiment of Mika. She had that like
Yeah.
handsome but soft look.
Oh,
I don't know how to
thank
describe,
you.
but
Thank you.
she was the character, the Mika. There was only one Mika in my heart, and
The
it's
Mika.
Hikarin.
I had issues. I was in an obsessive stage with Mika. I love that
I
character
could tell.
so much.
I could tell.
It's a vampire, like, and the fact.
Like, with all cosplayers, right, we love one character so much. We just keep
Yeah.
cosplaying, and that really reflects in the work because
Yeah.
you do your best to make it like your best cosplay.
Yeah.
And then you want to be the best you can for this character,
Yeah.
and I think that really translated in your cosplay
I mean,
photos.
that's why EFA Thailand
Yeah.
invited you.
Yay.
You know, they could see all her hard work, her love for.
Oh, I want to know about hard work. I think I was just extremely fortunate for that. Because honestly, there's so many amazing cosplays out there, but in order to be spotted, I think it's honestly like a huge portion of luck,
That's true.
as well as some level of quality.
Yeah, I think even like now it's even more competitive because
Yeah.
the
Oh, for
sheer
sure.
number of cosplayers now.
For sure.
Everyone looks so good.
Everyone
It's so
looks so
hard.
But I did recall though, like Hikarin had a very unique makeup style back then. It wasn't something that any other cosplayer had. She had a very unique style, and I guess that's what really stood out to
Yeah,
us as
and-
fans and also organizers.
And it suited her a lot
Yeah.
also.
Actually, how
her
do you
style.
learn your cosplay makeup? Did someone teach you, or you watch a YouTube video, or is it like experimental? Because it looks amazing.
I make shit up, man.
Yeah,
Until you make it!
There was no such thing as makeup tutorials back in the days. Like, well, we had Michelle Fan. That's about it.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
And we had pony makeup after.
Well, yeah, we had pony,
Oh,
but
that's true.
honestly, how the fuck did I learn it? I just make shit up. I think I'm just like every night before I shower, you know your shower makeup?
yeah.
You put on a shit ton of makeup and be all like slay, and then you shower it off, you know? I
That's
think
how you learn your
pretty
cosplay.
much, yeah, the
Take note,
shower.
guys. Before you shower, do a cost test.
Pretty much, yeah. Slay.
Slay.
Super slay. Because your makeup was very unique. Like, I don't know, there's something about how you did the eyeshadow or contour.
Oh,
that
that,
it really
okay.
stood out. It was very different.
I have
Yeah.
a lot of I have a lot of eyelid. A lot of space to work with. So I think I was just playing around with the eyelid tape, and somehow I realized I can make my eyelid very prominent to the point it looked like how you would draw eyelids in anime. And I think I just went off from there. Yeah, just shower makeup.
That's really cool because I've seen like cosplayers who I could very obviously tell they were inspired by your makeup because it was so unique. And then I was like, wow, it's really amazing
The
that people
Hikarin
learn
style.
from Hikarin. And then guess how she learned it? before the showers. You do the makeup, fake it till you make it.
Yep.
Okay, now I'm very curious because you came from Canada and then eventually you came to Singapore, right? Do you think like there's a difference between conventions in the West versus like in Southeast Asia, for example?
For sure. Oh my God. I cannot stress how different US convention is compared to Southeast Asia. First of all, in Southeast Asia, it's very hot, right? It's very
fucking
difficult.
hot.
It's very difficult to not buy a ticket and just kind of hang outside. So in North America, we jokingly call some conventions Park Con because nobody actually goes to the
There's
convention.
ParkCon. I only heard LobbyCon before.
LobbyCon,
Yeah,
ParkCon, everyone
ParkCon.
hangs out in the parking lot.
Oh,
Parking
wait,
con.
LobbyCon is not an actual event.
No, it's just a term. You know,
Oh, I thought it was an actual event.
like when we, for
about
example, we go Suntec, we never go in, we just hang out on the third floor.
Oh,
That's
what
LobbyConning.
Yep.
Really? I always thought it was a real event.
The variation in North America is Parking Con, Park Con, and
Because
LobbyCon.
they're like outside. Ours was like, you know,
Whoa.
in the mall or
Yep.
something. Yeah.
I have learned something new
Nobody
today.
buys a ticket unless you're specifically going for a voice actor or a guest. Even till today, that's how I understand.
That is so different from here though.
Yeah.
Because for us, I guess, a lot of the events in Southeast Asia, they always have the artist booth, cosplayer booth. Well, occasionally they're like invited
There's
guests.
artist booth.
Oh, have?
There is.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think the culture, especially back then. Okay, I don't know about now because I haven't been to a North American con in such a long time. But back then, definitely the whole convention is not as populated as what we are used to.
Yo, I see photos of AX and I'm like, I don't want to
Oh
go.
yeah, AX is one thing
It's
on
crazy.
its own.
I guess since we're on a note of like Southeast Asian and Western cons, so I guess you have shared about the difference in like the convention experience itself. Do you think there's a difference between like organizers between Western cons and Eastern cons, and like maybe how they approach guests? Because I know Western cons sometimes you actually have to apply and you go through audition
Yes.
to see what you can contribute for the event. It's very different from over here where, you know, they just invite you over. You might have some like fan meets or stage segments. But in the West, you actually have to contribute to the event.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they invite a lot of guests at once?
No, not really.
Honestly, not sure.
really. Guest culture is definitely, I would say, not as such a common thing as Asia and Southeast Asia.
So you actually have to like apply and like go through rounds of audition.
I didn't actually experience that for me, but I know that it's very common that you have to submit your deck.
Oh, you
and-
actually have to do a
Wow.
portfolio.
Yes, you have to submit your
Wow.
portfolio and kind of explain to them what can you bring to the table.
Okay, so they don't look at your following, but they look at what you can contribute.
They do look at your following,
they
but at the same time, there's
Wow,
like another
double.
level to it.
Wow.
Like for example, I know I'm gonna sound like a hater. Okay, I'm a hater, but I know for a fact that should I even name the convention? Oh, I'm not gonna name drop convention, but I know
vaguely describe.
there are big conventions that hire cosplayers specifically for their wokeness or the fact that they're very what's the
Also
word?
online?
Yes,
Yeah.
very what they stand up for online. Like that's actually an aspect that can represent you as a cosplayer, which is
So
crazy.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I guess like that also stems from cultural differences, right? Like in
Yes.
the West, people are technically like a bit more vocal than
Woke
Asian people.
culture is
Yeah.
something that I don't think has really influenced Asia to the extent of what it has in North America. And we kind of have to respect that. Yeah.
Because I've like seen situations where, you know, if there's like a current situation where it's like in the West, people will expect you to talk about it. But for like us in Asia, it's just like, oh, we know it's happening, but we are not obliged to post or share about it, I feel. But of course, if it's something you really stand up for, it's totally fine to do it. But it's not like compulsory. Like people will cancel you if you don't speak up about it. I feel like that is so prevalent in the Western scene.
Yeah.
It's quite scary. Because I think we are like very conservative, right? We just
yeah.
share what we are comfortable with share online, and I guess people here, fans, followers, fellow cosplayers, no one is like expected or forced to share certain things that they're uncomfortable sharing about. Yeah. So I think that's one of the differences I've really like observed.
Yeah. Very true.
I actually didn't know that was a thing.
Oh,
And
now you
like,
know.
I mean, I heard of stories whereby fans asking like certain like influencers to like share this topic, but like I actually didn't know that it's more prevalent in like the North America.
Yeah, I
like,
think it
the
really
side.
stems from
Yeah.
cultural
I
differences.
thought it was all over. It's
Yeah.
just that the influencers, whether they choose to or not. I didn't know that. Yeah, oh my god, that's
Yeah, it's quite
crazy.
interesting because that time I was quite close. I mean, I am still close to Hikarin, so there was a particular big movement. I think somewhere through the mid-20s.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
then Hikarin actually did ask me. She was like, "Oh, a lot of people are demanding for their influencers to actually talk about this topic." So she actually did share a bit about it with me, and she was like, "It's up to you, but it would be great to you could share your thoughts about it as well." But then I was like the most oblivious person. I was like, "Oh, there's this thing happening." I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like an uncultured swine. And when Hikarin told me, I actually went to do more research, and I'm like, wow, it's really like impactful that I mean, to me, it was so new that people would speak up about all this online, right? So I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like people actually, use their following to educate others and enrich others about situations that they might not be aware of, which was what Hikarin did to me. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I didn't know that there was such thing happening until you told me.
I just didn't want my friends get cancelled.
She was just worried that if I did not speak up about it,
You get
like
cancelled.
I get cancelled. But I guess for us, our following is so vastly different, right? Mine was like Southeast Asia, so we are just like, yeah, you do what you want. And over there, it's like, you have to fight for this, you have to stand up for the people in need and all that. So I was like, well, it really showed the cultural differences and how it also impacts like cosplaying. Yeah, I'm also really curious, like when it comes to Western versus Eastern cons, is there a difference in how much they pay you? Or is payment even expected?
I don't know
to a
about today.
guest? Yeah.
But definitely there's a what's the word? Appearance fee to be expected. Because of course you're working, so
Is
you
it
should be
offered
paid.
by the convention, or is it something you have to like negotiate for?
Good question. I think it really depends on the convention you're working with, but appearance fee is a normal thing.
Yeah.
As let's make it very transparent. No one should expect you to work at a convention with no pay.
I guess it depends, right? Because sometimes, I guess from my perspective, because I started much later than you in terms of like guesting at cons, when I get an invite, I'm more than happy to contribute to them and like get exposure, etc. for free. I'm like totally fine.
I'm gonna pay my bank. I'm sorry, I'm calling the bank. I'm gonna pay with exposure and opportunities. Thank you. Fuck.
That's our difference.
I can't. I'm sorry. I think it's such
about like
bullshit.
the lodging and like maybe transport? Like, is there any difference?
Okay, I guess if let's say the event is not paying me, I would expect for the lodging and flight to be covered, and I'll set my expectations. Like you have to put me in a certain level of accommodation and lodging or transport, right? But I guess if the event's paying me, then I can still close my eyes. But I will still set a like expectation because I experienced shit from conventions and being a guest. So I'm just like, it's something you learn over the years, and you.
Yosuke is a lot more tolerant than me when it comes to quality of lodging.
Would you like to share your like experience?
Shit. I've seen some shit. Like there were instances where we were put in less than desirable lodging situations.
Okay, like what star hotel for like the viewers to understand?
1 star.
One star?
1 star was the worst I've seen.
Yo, you are a fucking guest. But they treat you
the
like...
The thing is, they never disclosed where they're gonna put us, and by the time you arrive, it's already too late. And
also, you did not know which hotel you're going to until...
I was very much... I mean, I started... It was still very early in my professional career, and I didn't know that was something you needed to negotiate. Of course, make everything clear on the contract, black and white, so there's no more confusion.
Oh my God.
But back then, I didn't know, and by the time I arrived, I was like...
You won't even know whether that area is dangerous or not.
It was very dangerous.
No.
The reason why you should have good lodging is... Most important thing is safety and security.
Yes.
Because there are lots of instances where lower or cheaper hotels will not have as much. They don't care who comes into the hotel. They
you could get robbed.
Exactly. The security is not as good. And there's a lot of safety issues when it comes to the hotel as well.
And I guess also like the quality of the stay, right? If you are expected to work a full day and be at your best performance, you're publicly the next day you will want to ensure that you have ample rest and you're comfortable.
Exactly.
Because if you're put in like a shitty accommodation, you will be so miserable and you're like, I'm so angry, and you just can't focus on the right things.
I've been in situations where there was no hot water, so
Oh yeah.
Oh my
it was
God.
cold showering. Good luck, after a full day of work, wake yourself up with that nice refreshing water.
No.
And where there was construction going on throughout the whole night, so we were woken up every hour. There was no way of resting,
Yeah.
and just overall the hygiene of it's
yeah,
not the
like
cleanest.
it just makes you uncomfortable.
Not just that, like bedbug is fucking real.
Yes.
Okay,
Wait, you've experienced?
I have not, but
Don't
my
want to be
my
there.
fear of bedbug is real. Okay.
The thing is, you will carry it everywhere, and you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
even
yeah,
pass it to
exactly.
people. So
Yeah.
it's like a contagious like bug shit, and
Yeah.
like no
Oh
way I'm
my
gonna
God.
experience
Yeah,
it.
I have real like germophobia issues, where I have like this not compulsive but just unexplainable fear of, for example, public fabric seats.
Oh, yeah,
Leather
yeah.
is okay for me, but fabric is not okay.
Fabric material.
Exactly. So
yeah.
in a hotel, I have actually never ever sat in a chair in a hotel. That was like a sofa. I've like personally never touched it. It's just the thing.
I think
that I've
it's totally
struggled with.
fine. Yeah, like you have your own boundaries, and organizers should like respect that, right?
I mean, they don't have to respect the fact that I have a personal issue with seats, but just reasonable
Like a
lodging.
decent lodging at
Exactly.
least.
Exactly.
So has that like that experience of the shitty hotel made you more aware about the procedures you need to be mindful of when being a
For
guest?
sure. For sure.
Could you share like some examples of like what kind of things you should take note of if like
Okay.
you're guesting, for
Yeah,
example?
absolutely. If you're starting off as a cosplayer wanting to show up, participate in more events, here's some things that you really need to communicate to your convention that you're working with, right? So first of all is how you're getting there, the plane, right? If you have a specific preference for airplane, definitely communicate that to them. Don't be asking for business class. Okay, that's absolutely ridiculous. I'm so sorry. Unless you're like what, like Taylor Swift, sure, ask for business, but
Does she
like,
got a private jet?
okay, you're right. Unless you're what, a Jungkook K-pop. Oh wait, he got his private jet too, right? Oh fuck. Okay.
I guess
Unless
manage
you're-
manage your
Manage your
Don't expect too
expectations.
much, but know what you
Yes.
should get.
Yeah.
Don't get shortchanged or scammed.
Exactly. Then of course, hotel, ask for what you're comfortable with. Of course, the event might try to, they're gonna of course book the most like convenient thing or the cheapest thing possible, but always ask them to, for example, share with you what hotel they're booking beforehand, so you're both agreeing on what we're booking, then confirm, right? And also communicate what your, if you have any dietary restriction.
Oh yeah, that's very important. If
I
you have
personally don't-
allergies.
Yeah, I personally
Yeah.
don't have any, but I've seen cases where that was not communicated properly, and some guests ended up having like no food because
Oh no.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's
Okay.
very important. And what
Hot
else?
shower.
Hot shower.
Hot shower.
It's very important.
Yes,
Hot shower.
hot shower is important.
shower.
Yo, I felt sick at the convention because like they put us in a lodging which was not so great, but I was fine with it because unfortunately the expectation was not like discussed before I went, so I just accepted it as it is. Then when I went to shower, it's just cold water. I felt sick. Like at the event, I was dying. They were like sending medical team and stuff, but the medical team never showed up. So I'm just like, it's okay, it's great, Chana.
It's not like that.
That's why, like, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So it's better be more prepared before you're like over in a
Exactly.
foreign country.
Exactly what
Then-
Yosuke said. You have to understand you're in a foreign country with or without your friends and family. So
Yeah.
you have to protect yourself to make sure that first of all you are safe. And always ask for security and someone to look after you 24 hours when you're working at the convention. That's very important.
Because I guess most of the times when you travel overseas too, you're alone. So you want to make sure that you know where to get help, or you know where you're staying at, so people are aware about where you're at in case you go missing or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quite wild.
Your stories are very well. I've only guessed it once, but my guest experience was pretty good.
Was it
So,
local or like overseas?
It was in Thailand.
Oh, in Thailand.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and like the hotel and all was like 5-star and
Oh,
all.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
so-
great. It just shows they care
Yeah,
about
they
their
did.
guests.
I
all
didn't
that.
really get too much into details about asking about the lodging and all. So I think maybe I should have, but I was pretty lucky to get the
Oh,
5
I'm-
star.
I feel like it's when you experience shit, then you learn from the shit, and then you make sure the
Yeah.
shit don't happen again.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I guess for my first time I was pretty
Exactly.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they treated me very well, and like
Aw.
they had like at least 2 people with me at all
that's great.
time. Yeah, and they even introduced me to like the local cosplayers
Oh,
that
that's
always
really
booth at their
nice.
events because they happen quite often.
Was it like a smaller scale event? Or
It's
like
quite
a...
big. It's a
Oh, pretty big.
Kotsuki in Thailand.
Oh, shout out to
Yeah.
Kossuki.
Yeah, you guys was great, man. Yeah, their event planning team are all like super nice people. Yeah, so I was very like lucky, but like your stories are like, whoa, okay, maybe if I
I guess
do-
it's like also the sheer quantity of events Hikarin has guested with, right?
That's
The
true,
more
that's true.
events you guested with, then bound
more
to
you
be
do.
There's
some
gonna be
that is like
like,
pure
some
shit,
bad apples
pure
in
chaos or
between.
something.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's great.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's just that a handful, like 1% or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to do whatever we can to protect ourselves.
Protect yourself, guys.
I mean, if you have an agency, it's expected that your agency handles all these
yeah.
negotiations for you. But like, if you're independent creator, then just take note that these are things you can do to protect yourself, so you don't like disappear overseas or I don't know. That's like the worst case like situation. Right? It's
No, I got like invited for, it's not an event, but like photo shoot in
Oh.
Indonesia.
Oh yeah, I remember you
Yeah,
flew
and
over.
because during that time, I think there was some kidnapping cases.
Holy
going on.
shit!
What?
Yeah, there was
What
like
the fuck?
kidnapping of like for, I think, human trafficking.
Oh no!
And it happened in Indonesia. All
And
my
you were, like,
friends was
going
like,
there.
yeah, everyone was like,
Were you alone though? Like
I went with my partner.
uh
But then after that, the problem now is they were scared that both me and my partner will get trafficked. But it was alright. Like we were very well taken care of, and there was like pretty like more like prominent figures in the cosplay community attending to the photo
that's
shoot
great.
too.
That's great.
So I was like, I think it's alright. But my mom was so worried that she followed
Yeah,
us.
and of course, like our moms will always be our biggest protectors, right?
Love you, mom.
Yeah, hi mom. Actually, I brought my mom to my first overseas con.
I remember.
My first overseas con, it wasn't in, my first guesting con, it wasn't in Singapore. It was like first thing you're going to Indonesia, and I'm like, I have no idea. I haven't gone to Indonesia before. So who else? I brought my mom.
Yeah, I think all of us have brought
Yeah,
our
we
mom.
probably brought our mom like to
Yeah.
an event somewhere. I guess it's also a good chance for them to understand what we're doing, right? And
For
to
sure.
be more assured because they're with
Yeah.
us. Then they know that there's like an event team that will look after you. All that. Yeah.
I think
so,
it's nice that you got invited overseas also and your mom can like see
Yeah.
you doing your thing. And it's like, oh my god, proud moment, my child. I don't know, that's what my mom told me. She's like, I'm so
kid
happy.
on stage.
That's my kid.
Then they take photo like a lot, then they send it to the family group chat.
That one is Asian mom
Yeah,
thing.
Asian mom thing.
Asian mom
Oh
thing.
my god, my dad shares my Instagram to all his business partners.
Business partner.
I know.
Oh my god.
And these are like real, like they mean business, you know?
He's starting out the prospects for you, man. Job
And some-
opportunities.
I had incidents where his business partners' kids reach out to me
Oh my god.
because they were big fans, you know. So we asked our dad to like, and there were some times where my dad just like casually hands out my personal information.
Oh no, okay.
This
that
is
part.
her real name, government name. Here you go. Yeah, this is her contact. Here you go. I was
Hikarin
like, what the
Papa.
fuck, Dad? Like I'm trying to maintain something here.
I guess whenever they're like
whatever.
excited, right? They're like, oh, you're
Yeah.
achieving something, and they just maybe forget about boundaries or something.
Yeah, I guess
I actually sat my mom down. I was like, okay, look, mom,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be cosplaying a lot now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to review where I live, my name or whatever. And she was like, gotcha.
Yeah,
and my
for
whole
sure.
family respects that, so that's super
Oh, that's
great.
really good.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes maybe it's out of like no ill intention. Like maybe it's just casual conversation. Someone has a kid who is a fan of us. They just the information comes out.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
I'm a bit mindful of that as well because you don't know who these people are.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
And
it's better to be safe.
that brings us to the topic that
Oh, yeah,
we are
talk
touching
after
on.
this.
Exactly.
But we'll sidetrack back to our topic
Yeah.
first. Yeah, so like in terms of so you have shared with us like all the things you need to like take a look out about when you're like guesting overseas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like what is the bare minimum you think like events should provide to their guests?
Bare minimum.
Mm.
I would say at least a 3-star hotel. Like,
Yeah,
come
fair
on,
enough,
if you
yeah.
cannot, if you're running an event and your finance team can't pull up enough funds to at least put your guests in
True.
a decent
Then maybe
3-star.
you should like start smaller scale or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
So 3-star hotel. What about transport?
3 meals a day.
Okay, fair
and
enough.
transport should always be covered by convention. Like, I don't want to be hearing stories about how you have to pay for your own Grab to get to the airport. Like,
Hey, I've done that before.
no way. No way.
You need to draw your boundaries.
I know I'm
Nice.
a bit more like strict in terms of like the guesting terms now, but
Yeah.
back then I was like, I was like just excited. I was like, yeah, I'll just go with it. Then I experienced shit and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, on that topic,
Uh.
make sure you're not the one paying for your flight ticket.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It sounds ridiculous, but I cannot tell you how many times I've seen guests have to pay for their own ticket.
It's more common than you think.
It's
it
more
would
common
be.
than
I
you
guess it really depends on the stage of which people, the person that is being invited. It's like if they are just starting out, they will be like, happy to accommodate and give in more than what they're expected to. But I guess as you proceed, you should also respect what you deserve. Yeah, like don't let organizers take advantage of you. I think that's very important.
I mean, I think a healthy mindset to keep is it's not the fact that everyone is out there to get you or try to take advantage of you, but treat them as business partners and understand that it's very reasonable for organizers to budget as much as possible. So you also need to draw clear boundaries to them. There is absolutely no ill intent in trying to draw some reasonable boundaries that is communicated properly and both parties respect. I think that's very important.
I think like event organizers are usually pretty open to this.
Yeah, I
kind
think
of thing.
most
they
most
are.
organizers have been great. Like,
Yeah.
have to say, have
They're
been
all
great.
very friendly, all willing to
Yeah.
communicate. Like, just be professional. And
But like sometimes it's like the organizers are great, but there are unforeseen circumstances. Like I worked with this one event, they were amazing. The best people, they really make sure you're well fed. I gained so much weight after I came back. But very unfortunately they did give me a very, very decent hotel. But unfortunately my room was beside a karaoke room.
No.
I did not sleep and I asked for a room change at 4 a.m. So I went to the convention with no sleep. So in those situations it's like, it's not their fault. Yeah, it's just like I guess it comes down to bad luck of room placement and stuff.
yeah.
Actually, what can people do to better prepare themselves for opportunity? Let's say one day suddenly like bam, event invites them. Like what can they do to work towards to increase the chances of that happening?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi Hikarin. What do you think cosplayers can do to better increase their chances of being a guest?
Oh, okay. I think in that case, it's very important to have a cosplay deck, as in your almost like your portfolio or your resume in a way, which states where have you worked before, which events have you worked with before, and as well as a list of services that you're comfortable offering. So, for example, are you comfortable doing fan meeting, meet and greet, stage, stage panel, contest judging? All these are things that you need to state out to the organizer to let them know these are your services, what you can offer, or so-called deliverables. And then there's also your accommodation requirements. So
everything that you want in the deck.
Exactly.
Or like, they can read and know if they want
what
to.
you get, what you get. I offer. What was that fucking name?
The trade offer.
The trade offer. Exactly. That's what your deck should be. So
what you want, what you get.
Exactly.
At what price.
So for your deck, have like a very short synopsis. Have some pictures of you working at a convention. And
like examples, I guess.
Yeah. And for example, some events you've worked with, and then state your price, as in like how much is your appearance fee and your requirement, as well as your deliverables. I think that's basically what you need to communicate to your organizer.
That's
Sounds
actually
good.
a lot. It's more than I expected.
It's a lot of details.
Really?
Yeah, I've always thought it's just like, oh, do you want to be a guest at my event?
It's just
Okay,
like your
yes.
DM.
Okay,
Your DM
trip is planned.
Want to guess? Yes.
Yes.
Done.
So there's actually quite a lot of
There's a
effort
lot of
put in from
back and
Hikarin's side also.
forth.
There is, yeah.
I guess as cosplayers, if you want to increase your discoverability.
Say that again.
Discoverability. Okay, to get discovered.
Yo, she just went the Singaporean way already. To get discovered.
Yeah, to get discovered, what can you do? Like aside from preparing a deck, right? What can you do to maybe like build your social following? Because I feel like that's a lot of the bare minimum criteria event are looking at. They want someone that can benefit the event, right? They want someone who can draw crowds, who can, I don't know, give some publicity to the event. So what can people do to, make themselves more
I know what you mean. Don't worry, I know what you mean.
Publicize.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
English is hard, although it's my first language.
Okay, so here's one thing that you can think about. When you're scrolling on TikTok and you see those creators getting recommended, all those creators, you can actually sum them up in one sentence. For example, this is the guy that only shows slimes. This is the slime guy. Or this is the wood carving guy. Or this is the girl who does vintage clothes. So your whole content should be able to be summarized in just one sentence.
So you need to find your niche and then
Exactly.
really like drill into it.
Yes, the people that really succeed are like the very niche people.
Shit, I feel like I'm doing too many things now.
It's good to do many things, to find which area you want to really specialize at. But at the end of the day, I find that the more specialized you are, the more you stand out from the rest.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
What do you feel about this, Maru?
This is very marketing lessons right now.
Marketing lessons. Because your content has evolved, right? Do you think by doing so you have identified a more niche audience?
Like, how would you describe your content in one
Because
sentence?
back then she did a lot more like crossplays. Now she's like more like cute girls.
I would say like people will know me more now by the series I cosplay. Because I tend to only stick to one series.
That works too.
Yeah,
That
so
Nikkei
people
cosplayer.
Nikkei cosplayer.
That works too.
Yeah, so
She
a lot-
loves her Nikkei waifu.
Yeah, so a lot of times when people are gonna ask me what I'm gonna cosplay next, that kind of thing, but they can guess it's from Nikkei already. They'll be like, they don't even ask me like, oh, what are you gonna cosplay next? They'll be like, what Nikkei character are you gonna cosplay
They
next?
narrow down the-
Yeah, they narrow it down for me already. So I guess like maybe because I tend to stick to a certain series more, so they would know me by that series at that period of time.
That's absolutely
Yeah, I
viable.
think that's pretty cool.
Like, for example, I want to be known as
That Mika cosplay.
yes, or that man cosplayer, you know,
That guy
that
who-
girl who's
that
a man, you know.
Yeah, that girl who smiles and I don't know, the sun rays will
Jesus
shine on
fucking
you.
Christ!
She will show you a side you have never seen before.
What?
Okay, it's time to stop.
Is that what her fans say? What?
Yeah,
Shut
on the
up now.
description they always write like Hikarin's here to charm me with her smile, and I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
that's what I
fuck?
wrote for your introduction. I'm
The
sorry.
small one I get, but like
Because her unique selling point is her smile. Like,
yeah,
I don't
she
get
has
it.
a
I
very
actually-
nice smile.
your
I don't get
original
it.
character is so cute.
yeah,
and
Kai.
she smiles.
I don't get it.
Do you think, I guess, if you, on the note of like unique selling point, like Maru is like the Nikkei cosplayer. Would you think yours is like Kai? Since it's like an original character that you have consecutively brought to events and made content of.
I would just say like I don't know. My theme is pretty
Your
boy.
smile,
Pretty boy.
pretty boys
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
nice smile.
I'm here to get that doki out of you, you know.
Oh!
Gross.
Cosplayers trying to build their following. Do you think following trends is very important?
Yes, unfortunately.
Like I just want to hear your thoughts because obviously there's like often a debate, right? Like you know, like people are upset when the cosplayers cosplay something they don't know or don't necessarily follow. Do you think that's wrong or is it totally fine because it's their choice?
I think it's absolutely a balance because unfortunately, if you want to be, you know, favored by the algorithm, you need to stick with what's trending. But there is also, you know, you have the freedom to cosplay anything,
I
right?
agree.
You can choose to do, you know, the algorithm trendy stuff, but at the same time cosplay the characters that nobody fucking knows, but you're like obsessed with them. Like, do it. Who cares if nobody knows? Your followers will grow to like them if this is what you truly like.
That itself is a strength because no one is doing it and you do it right. You
exactly.
do a good job. Who knows, it might work in your favor.
Yeah.
Like my obsession with Rin Matsuoka. Free was a freaking 2013 anime and I was like still cosplaying 10 years later.
Still in love.
I'm still in love with
You're
Rin.
like the OG, what's it called? The canon Rin Matsuoka.
yes.
Like I cannot see anyone do Rin Matsuoka other than
I
same.
Yosuke.
haven't cosplayed Rin for a while though. I should like revive him.
Bring
Revive.
him back. Bring him back.
Revamp, revised,
Bring him back.
revive.
I want to see your Mika again.
Shit.
Do you still have your Mika cos?
I do.
Oh, shit.
That's one cost I would never get rid of.
Oh shit.
Like, I would sell anything, I would not sell my Mika.
Okay, slide into Hikarin's DM now. Tell her if you want to see her Mika again.
Yeah.
Mika revamp
Mika.
2020.
Like the
Mika
video
too.
if you want to see.
Like the video.
Like the video, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe if you
Yeah.
want to see Mika.
I always
You have
felt
no
that
idea.
like the Hikari I know versus what she shows is very different.
Actually, yeah, before I got to know Hikarin, I probably
know
like
her
the mass
personally,
majority
right?
of people. They're like, oh, she's like the sunshine, nice, gentle, and then like good smile. And then every day Hikarin is like, fuck,
Fuck.
your mom gay.
No, I don't say that. No, but when we play Overwatch, you're always like your mom.
Oh. No. Overwatch is different. Okay, when I'm gaming, it's different. I'm a different
She
person.
unleashed her inner angst or something. She becomes the most terrifying gamer you want to encounter.
No more Hikarin.
It's horrible. I feel bad for the people that game with me.
Oh,
I remember when you got banned.
I got banned 3
Why did you
times
get
on
banned?
because I was, just
Trolling.
inspiring them with something.
Now you know the Hikarin, the real
Yeah.
Hikarin actually gets banned on Overwatch.
I think I was like, oh, I'm sorry your mom dropped you on the head as a baby.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry your dad left you 15 years ago to get milk and he still isn't back.
Oh no!
I'm 1 ban away from permanently losing my
Oh
Overwatch
my
account. I'm
God.
still there, yeah. I'm very
Girl,
proud.
gotta stop the parents' joke. Maybe you should try other kinds of joke instead of the parents.
And some people might get hurt, I don't know.
That's good.
Oh!
Good.
Okay, good for you.
I'm here to put these little shit in their place.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I remember, like, not on gaming, right? There was once, when Valorant first came out. So I downloaded the game. And I was like, I'm gonna try out this game. And I remember I haven't played any pirate, FPS game before. I joined the lobby. I was paired with, 4 other randos. I didn't know you could turn off the mic. So I was hearing them scream at me. And there were these 2 guys, like, your shot is stupid! I was so scared. I just closed Valorant. I was like,
Your mom's stupid!
I didn't know how to fight back then.
Oh,
So when they said, you are stupid, you suck, then I was like, close game.
Wow.
But nowadays I'll be like, haha, your mom. I don't know, that's like the only shit I know how to say. I don't really scold people when I play games, but when I do, I guess I'll find words that can
Y'all
describe.
playing game or going for war? Oh my god.
Fighting
It's
man,
my
yeah,
outlet,
like,
Like normally,
self-expression.
normally I'm very nice to my friends. I'm nice to everybody, but there's always things that build up in your life, right? And there has to be an outlet, one way or another, to be healthy. It's not good to keep things bottled up. So make sure you have an
scold
outlet.
people.
That's why you should sign up for Overwatch and then you start scolding people.
Oh, hold up.
Just
hold
Okay,
Okay,
up.
Overwatch is not the only game I play. It's just the game I get most angry at.
Wait, I know you play a lot of Identity V. Have you scolded people on that game before?
No, because you usually play with your friends. It's the
Do
hunter.
you scold your friend?
No.
What?
We work together.
it's
Because
so
it's a
nice.
game where you have to work
So?
together.
Wow, that's so nice. Like when you come
So?
in and I play, we'll scream at each other. Like,
No, I mean, if I play with randos, but I don't think there's the call function on IDB.
Oh yeah, there's no voice option. You have to manually
Oh.
type, which is very disruptive to the gameplay.
Yeah, so if it's like with friends,
No, I
I
remember,
wouldn't scold
like-
my friends.
I would.
I remember the Overwatch fucking Thomas Tank Engine mod. We fucking ram each other and I was like, fuck you Hikarin, and Hikarin was like, fuck you Yosuke, and we were just like, fuck each other. It's so angry.
Yeah, I remember that shit. I was
And
cursed as
the
fuck.
thirsty one where you like
Yeah,
fly
you're
around.
just a Thomas the Tank.
So like the
Engine.
game has mods, and then the mods you can play with your friends. So they put like really stupid mods, right? They're so enraging. Then when you play with your friends, you're like, I hate you.
That's where
Oh my
true
God.
friendship shines.
Yeah, true. Like we can score each other, but after a game, we're like, I love you.
That's the
It's
dynamics
not
of
real.
their friendship.
It's not real.
True test of friendship. Speaking of which, I'm very curious. How did you meet Maru? And how did you meet me? At one point did we become friends?
I met Maru. I think I've only 我只听说过你. I've only heard of
You are I don't know.
I've only heard about Legends of Maru before I came to
Legends.
Singapore. Yeah, and then I met you when we were in Sentosa. It was like my
Were we at
First-
USS?
maybe. I think it was
We
the
were
U-
like the
I know.
Universal
Studio
Studio.
trip.
I think we went
I think so.
together, right?
Yeah. That's when I
Oh,
first
that was
met
the
Maru.
first time.
Yeah, Yosuke.
No, it was that Sarah Thursday shoot.
Oh.
That Sarah
No,
Thursday.
I have been following
I have been
Mr.
following-
Yosuke. No. When I was was in school, I have like a bunch of friends who are dead ass fans of Yosuke.
Oh my god!
Oh my
All the way in North America.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh my god, you know Mr. Yosuke? Like, can you please tell him how much I love? I'm like, no problem. Yeah, I'll tell them.
You're like a pin, you know.
Yeah. And I was
a
like,
big fan of you too, though.
ew.
What the
Oh.
fuck? I can't be a fan of you.
Why would you? Ooh.
I fucking love you. Take my love, brother.
Ooh. Brother. Ooh.
Ew, brother.
Ooh. Brother. Ooh.
What is that? That's so funny because I know we would talk on like social media, but back then we were like so professional. It's like
Yeah.
we talk like in like proper sentences.
Yosuke is very professional.
Were you talking like email kind of like...
email
yeah.
tone like.
I
Email
love your
conversation.
cosplay.
I really appreciate your cosplay, and I hope we can
Meet
meet one
one
day.
day.
And everything
This
will be
shit.
like, thank you.
Yeah.
With regards, Mr.
Nowadays, when I
Yosuke.
start a conversation with Hikarin, I don't even say hi. I'm just like, brother, yes, brother.
What the fuck started the brother thing?
I have
Why?
no- It was
Since
your
when?
Russian accent thing.
Oh god, no, we don't talk about that phase. That was
We game so much on Discord that sometimes we just spice things up.
Minecraft.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
You
okay.
were playing with us also Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like
I know
that.
the brother thing because I've heard her say before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
I
started
know,
then.
But I don't know like how you
The build up,
birth,
right?
you know.
So how me and Yosuke and Maru, we knew each other when during the pandemic 2020 everyone's locked in. I was alone in Canada being all sad, like no friends to go outside.
Want to play Minecraft?
Minecraft, and then we were like playing Minecraft 12 hours.
They were.
12 hours.
Like if you went to sleep and wake up, we are still playing.
Yeah, like I log in like maybe an hour each day or maybe not even every
Not every
day,
day.
you know.
We are just
And
forever on
they're just
Discord.
always on Discord, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I really got to know Yosuke well during those like 12-hour
Instead of
non-stop.
our like email.
But every time I
conversation.
log in, there's a new building, okay? There's a new structure
We really
on the
love the,
land.
like, big stuff.
We built like
Yeah.
a whole like
whole
Pokemon
fucking
center.
server.
Yeah, we built like gigantic like organic
Mountains.
trees.
Yeah. There's a whole system also.
We built a mountain. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Fuck.
I mean, now that I look back, that was a crazy time. We spent like 500 hours on Minecraft or something.
Good time.
I
miss it.
remember like when I first joined and then Yosuke gave me like a tour. Like an
Oh,
orientation
Because
tour.
it was her first time
yeah.
like playing Minecraft, I think.
And then she was like, oh, you can do this, you can do this. And then she was like, bring me everywhere. And the whole place was so big already, right? And then ever since then, every time I log in, it just kept expanding. It's like, the world is getting bigger. What the hell?
The world is expanding.
Yeah, I was like, I already forgot the tour you gave me because like there's
God.
so many things.
Those were fun times.
Yeah, I remember you built it or was it a mod map? But it's like the Japanese.
We
I
built
think
it.
we built it.
You
yeah.
guys
we
did
built
it?
everything
Yeah.
block by block.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think it was
Oh
a-
my God.
Actually, Yosuke built that. The Japanese onsen street,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That was
yeah.
Yosuke's.
Oh, I need to go and find a picture so people know what we're talking
Oh
about.
my god, you know,
Yeah.
if you ever retire, you can just be like a Minecraft map
Fuck.
builder. And then you just sell your maps.
Hey, there are people doing that, like Minecraft
Yeah.
creators, but it's so competitive too. And I wouldn't want to limit myself to one game. I always get bored and I'll like shuffle through my games.
Yeah.
You can just make it your niche and build the wackiest maps.
Oh my
Make
We
it
are
your niche.
gamers.
gamers.
Yeah.
I think like although we have met online a lot, I really remember this like the first time I met you in person. I know you have came for COSFest and other events, like you flew to Singapore to attend, right? Without being guest. But the first one where I really met you was like the Sarah Thursday photo shoot. Because she was
Ah.
doing her new horoscope shirt
Yes.
series.
Oh,
And then she
I
actually
love
asked
that.
both of us to model.
Were you wearing a grey wig? Cause I
Yeah, she was wearing her Kai wig,
We
I was
were
wearing my
matching.
brown wig.
Oh my god, I remember
Yeah.
that
Oh, I love
That was
that.
like the first time
Oh
I
my
really
God.
met Hikarin and talked to her, and we both like fucking fangirling at each other. I love you.
You shot it in Singapore?
Yeah.
It
So
was
you
on
came
Orchard
down to
area.
Singapore for the
She
shoot,
was
or-
here.
I think I was
like,
just visiting.
for an event or something. Then
Yeah.
like the few days after the event.
I think
kinda
I was
thing.
just like, yeah, AFA
Yeah.
or something, AFA, and then I was staying for like a few extra days.
Yeah.
I was like, photo shoot, why not?
Thank you, Sarah Thursday, for bringing us
Thank you,
together.
Sarah Thursday.
I love your shirt and your art. Yay. That's so funny. Yeah, I think that was the first few time I really got to like know you. Then with COVID and like with Minecraft and gaming sessions, we were like we just started swearing at each other and saying the most cursed and unhinged things.
I guess you could say you guys got even closer through the gaming COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Scolding each other. Yes. So we have now shared about our expectations to events. What about events' expectations to us as guests? Could you share like what a guest is expected to do?
Professionalism.
Oh,
You have to be professional. Yes. Okay, what should they expect? They should please be on time.
yes,
If they
very
say show up
important.
in the lobby at 11, please, wake up a little earlier because there's
I should
always
be there even earlier than if they say 11. I would be there at like 10:45.
Yosuke is the most on-time person I've ever known.
She
Yosuke will, if you say 11, Yosuke will be there at 10:45 waiting for you. Okay, I've literally never seen you late for anything. Like,
Yes.
actually not joking. You
Really?
always go like above and beyond.
I feel like okay, but with my own shoots, I'm always late. Then my photographer is like,
But
what?
not in my experience. You've
yeah.
always been early.
I guess when like I'm comfortable, I'll let my guard down.
I remember for mine, I've known her for so long.
Never late, right?
Yeah, never late.
It's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
Be on time.
Be on time.
Yeah.
And whatever you are required to do in your contract, make sure you
Oh,
do
yeah,
it
very
as best as possible with, all your effort, full professionalism. And of course, you're here to meet your fans. Well, that's a whole topic on its own.
Yeah.
That is a whole topic.
Can we just
How
touch it
to,
on the surface?
yeah. I mean, to be very, very brief, right? Of course, please be polite. Please be nice to your fans. And they're, some of them paid a lot of money to get into the convention to
True.
meet you. Some
Or
of
they
them,
like even traveled to the country
exactly.
to
Some of
meet
them
you.
flew in. Some of them like spent a long time on the bus. Some of them don't have time. They're rushing. They have an exam the next day. They're here to see you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There are so many stories that you don't know about. So every single fan, treat them like,
With
there's
kindness.
with kindness, because every single one of them they have a special story behind them. So you may not know them, they might not tell you, but it's there. So yeah, I mean, fans is a whole topic on its own. I could go on forever about it. What else should you?
What about you, Maru? Because you have also guested at like a few conventions, right? What do you think were the expectations the organizers had?
Honestly, because I've only guested like as a guest like 2 times before, so I haven't really like had like any like organizers tell me like, oh, what I should do, but I full-heartedly like agree with what Hikarin say. Personally, like things that I should be doing, like I set those expectations for myself. Yeah. So, and I agree so much about the fan
yeah.
part, like being kind to your fan and giving them all the experience they deserve, because first of all, they also wait in the queue for you.
Exactly.
They could have been like walking around the event, enjoying with their
Queuing
friends.
for hours to enter the
But
convention.
they're queuing in your
Yeah.
queue, and then they're waiting just to meet you. So, like, I will always tell the fans that are in my queue, when they reach me, I'll be like, thank you so much for waiting and being so kind and patient.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
We
they
do
could
our
have
best.
been using their time on other things, but they use it on me.
It's like you're about to cry.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, but that always makes me very happy that they are taking the time out of their day just to come and see me. Yeah.
That's
Because
really
like,
nice.
yeah, actually I think that applies for just even boothing also.
True. Like even when you're not guesting, right? When people show up, it's like it's quite crazy because sometimes people totally forget that like maybe like you have, I don't know, I'm just gonna pull a number from the sky. You have 100,000 followers. You don't realize how many people there is until you kind of imagine like if you were to put all of them in a room, that's like a fucking crowd. Like holy shit! Like so many people actually appreciate your work and follow you, right? So every fan counts, every interaction counts.
Every interaction counts really. Yeah, so appreciative. Thank you guys.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you all for supporting us.
Yay!
Thank you.
Like and subscribe. Wow.
Like and subscribe and share right now.
If you don't subscribe, we'll keep doing this. Cool. I think we've covered a lot of things, so I guess we can close up on this topic about becoming a guest and what it is like to be a guest.
Yay.
So I think we'll end this up with a fun fact of Hikarin.
Huh? Oh, fun fact.
Fun fact.
I'm fun.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
I like to game.
Wow, I didn't know.
Oh I'm playing Baldur's Gate right now.
Okay, that I didn't really know.
I have been obsessed. Okay, I have been losing my mind over this character in Baldur's Gate called Astaria.
I knew it. Yes.
What game is that?
It's like a Dungeons and Dragons role-playing
bear
RPG.
scene, bro.
Oh.
Huh?
It wasn't there like a bear scene?
Oh, bear! I heard embarrassing.
No,
yeah,
bear.
there's the infamous
There's a
bear scene where
infamous bear
there's
scene.
a bear and
I'll
there's a
go check
person.
it. Oh. Oh.
It's
This-
as bad as you
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Animalistic side.
Oh. Oh,
It's an incredible game. Holy shit. I have not played a game on the scale of Baldur's Gate like till this day. I've literally never seen anything this like
Ooh.
insane. It's the complexity is beyond what you can imagine.
I haven't played it by myself, but I heard like every choice you
Make,
take, it
yeah.
affects the entire plot.
Oh,
So you can just
really?
keep replaying and replaying
Yeah.
and you get different outcomes.
There's no
Yeah.
rule to what you can and cannot do in that game.
The options, like, you know, like usually if you play like a more generic game, it'd
Yeah.
be like you have option
very
A, option B, and it's the most normal option. But here you have A, B, C, D, and some of them are like, what the fuck? And then you
It's
just
like,
yeah.
you want to kill the main character? Go ahead. You don't have to play with them. You want to kill the side
Oh.
characters? Go ahead. Kill every single person in the whole game. We don't care.
Oh my god, that sounds very interesting.
So
I'll go
it's
and
like
check it out.
if you think about how it can expand, right? It's just quite crazy.
Yeah.
The options, you're like, it's really like an open world.
That means that the gameplay time is probably like super
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
so-
in the beginner area and I've spent 3 days just in the beginner
Oh my
area.
god.
Oh, wow.
I cannot. It's so much to do.
Amazing.
I've been
Damn.
robbing this one merchant. I
Also,
haven't bought
you
a
can
single
actually
thing.
like beat the shit out of merchant. And
So
steal
what
shit.
you do is you have one character talk to them. So they're facing you.
Yep.
Have your other character go behind them and pickpocket them.
Oh no! I love it though.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it when games allow you to do this kind of
Yeah.
weird
It
stuff.
really encourages like thinking outside the box, which is why I love
Like you
this
just think
game.
about ways you can break the game.
Exactly. It's not even breaking the game. They encourage you to do
Oh,
this.
okay.
Damn.
It's like a legit class where you can up your like thieving skills, stealing shit,
Whoa.
so people don't
Whoa.
notice. It's so
Do
good.
they like award you with achievement if you tried something other players haven't tried before?
I have no idea. I
Because I know
literally
like
just started.
I've encountered this on Google before where I did a search that no one has searched before and they were like, ta-da, congratulations.
Wait, really?
You are the first one to
What?
do this search. Then I was like, damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder what you searched.
I actually can't remember. I think I made a typo. That's why the spelling was weird. So it became the first of the search.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I love games like that.
And I'm trying to romance Astarion, of course.
Oh my god. Yeah, you can date like any of the characters.
He hates me.
Oh.
But he doesn't know that I'm already dating him. Which actually ties in very nicely to our next topic.
Oh, see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, and what was it?
Comment,
comment, yeah,
share.
comment, share. Okay, bye. Thanks.
Oh wait, fun fact.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say shit.
Never mind. You play Baldur's Gate.
I'm fun. I like Perrier. No, fuck. Cut that shit. I don't like Perrier. Wait. Start over. I'm fun.
Wow.
I like sparkling water.
Yeah.
What brand?
Singha, bitch!
Oh, no longer Perrier, guys.
Nah,
Shit.
I'm no longer friends with Perry. My new friend, Singha.
Singapore represent. Is Singapore?
Yeah.
Right? Oh shit! Sorry.
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. My bad. I
Thailand
thought it's like
represent.
Singha, you know, Singapore.
Ah,
shouldn't they
it
call it
makes sense.
Thaiha.
Thaiha.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't know. My brain cells.
yay.
Hey, Thaiha.
What else? I hate celery.
Oh, same.
Oh yeah, I remember your passion for your hatred and passion towards that topic.
Celery
If any
is-
of y'all
Blah.
eat celery in front of me,
I actually hate celery, but
thank
I
you.
would eat it.
Ugh.
Like if it's like in the food and I can't get it out,
Ugh.
I'll eat it.
That's the whole point about hating celery. It's to
Oh.
not eat it in your food.
Oh.
Do you not like when you eat it, you can like smell and all also. I hate
Yeah.
the smell.
It smells like ass.
Yeah. It smells like
Ass,
There is
bro.
celery and there's coriander. I hate coriander more.
I would eat coriander
Bro.
if I have to, but I would not eat celery even
Yeah.
if I have
I guess
to.
it's the opposite for me.
If I'm stranded on an island, I haven't eaten for 4 days, I'm not touching that fucking celery. I'd rather die.
I will eat it.
I hate celery.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna meet Satan. I'm not allowed to eat that celery.
shit.
I'm ready.
Shit, okay. Yeah, I guess that's a fun fact. Hikarin fucking hates celery.
Yeah.
Remember that. If you give her anything with celery,
Don't
we
fucking catch me eating celery. Don't fucking give me celery. Actually, if somebody actually goes out of their way and brings me a stick of celery to an event, I mean, I applaud them. I would, say, oh, thank you so much. That's
But
so
you will
nice."
snap that
will you
shit
even
like
that
touch
shit.
the celery? Like, ugh.
I'll
Oh,
touch
yeah.
it.
She would take it and
Thank
snap
you.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
she like-
Fuck you.
Thank you and fuck you. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Thank you.
See you.